Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Out There Omega Edition. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I played Out There before, and I played it on my Android device. And previously, that's all it was available on. Android and iOS, that is. Mobile devices, I should say. However, they have released Out There Omega Edition. It actually came out a little while ago, a couple months ago. And it's been updated and patched and everything else. And this one works on all platforms, you know, on mobile platforms and on the PC. I can't say all platforms because I don't know if it works on the Mac or Linux, but it works on the PC and it works on the mobile platforms. And it is essentially the same game as Out There was, except it has been improved both graphically and some additional work has been put into the story and various random encounters that you get. So Out There is it's got some roguelite-ish gameplay, kind of. It's more of a choose-your-own adventure than anything else, sort of, except without really the dialogue options. It's more like which way you're going to go, which path you're going to take. And I'm going to explore this for a couple minutes here for this video, and show you exactly what has been improved and what is going on here. So let us begin with a new game.
I'm an astronaut aboard the Nomad. Passenger on a line that connects Earth to Ganymede, a moon of Jupiter. Until something happened. When I awoke from cryonics, I wasn't in orbit around Ganymede. In fact, I wasn't even in the solar system anymore. I was out there.
Okay, I won't play the tutorial because I already know it. So let's just play the game. So as you can see, that is where we need to go. That red circle, that is where Earth is. And this is where we begin. And as you can see, I can zoom out a little bit. You can see the length of my telescope and various stars here. This is how far I can go with the space folder. And eventually, if I get some upgrades, we'll be able to expand that one out further. With the telescope, I can tell like what I'm going to encounter. But then, you know, out here I can't tell anything because it's out of the range of my telescope. So we're going to start off here. This is where we start. I'm going to click on the space station here because it does give you some supplies. I'm assuming it's probably going to give me some fuel. Now it gave me a little bit of oxygen. Okay, well it was kind of worth it. So we'll go back here. That's my ship. I'm going to go back to here because that's about all we're going to get out of that. And what I want to do is just start picking places to travel. So we got a yellow dwarf and another yellow dwarf. Okay, it takes 16 fuel to get there and 5 oxygen. Obviously, with the roguish mechanics, roguelite-ish mechanics, I have to make sure I manage all my resources. I guess it's more of a, Oregon Trail mechanics than anything else. I gotta manage my resources as I go, and everything will take some of those basic resources into effect. So let's go this way. And I left the travel animations on. You can actually turn that off, and I think it's off by default in the settings. But I turn it on because I like it. Day 18. I noticed a small leak in a liquid nitrogen line. To clarify, I noticed it too late. Nothing much to worry about actually, but the intense cold weakened the hull at the site, and I need to fix it. Ship has taken damage, 15 hull damage. There, so as you can see, we're down there. We gotta make sure we manage all of our stuff. And that's, again, random events. The thing about this is, it doesn't really take skill to get through the game. It takes a whole lot of luck. That's why I kind of say it's sort of like a choose your own adventure kind of thing too, because it requires more luck than any kind of skill. So we got a rocky planet here, which is rich in metallic ore, which we can go to and drill on. And we've got a gas giant, which is rich in fuel, but this tells me how much it's going to take to get there. But it also, since it's a gas giant, there's a risk that I will do some hull damage trying to get into orbit. That's why it says risky orbit there. But let's go to the rocky planet and let's see if we can get some. Let's see if we can get some ore here. Let's land. As you can see, if you remember my playthrough of Out There before, all of the graphics have been improved. I mean, look at this. This is beautiful stuff right here. This is all like worlds better than it was in the original Android version that I played. All right, let's drill for some resources that we can use to upgrade our ship with, hopefully. And we got a bunch of iron. Excellent. So we'll take those. And that's about all I got. So we'll finish that off and we will launch back into orbit. Confirm. And we're getting low on fuel, as we tend to do. But let's, until I can gather fuel from the stars, I basically have to gather fuel from gas giants. So let's go into orbit of here. And see, I took some more hull damage. And what I can do is launch a probe right here. I keep looking over to the left, it's over to the right. And I can say, you know, if I go too far here, you can see it starts to say red. I can try for 10 kilometers, but I will most likely break my probe, which then has to be repaired, and that takes resources, as you can imagine, and all that stuff. Even at this depth, I can, you know, I run the risk, even moderately so, of having a probe be damaged. Let's do that. All right, and we got some hydrogen, which is good. That's our fuel, and some helium, which is also fuel. The helium is actually better fuel than the hydrogen. So knowing that, let's finish here. I could launch a probe again, but you don't. It's diminishing returns as you do something. You tend to not get as much back from it as you put in. All right, and we can see here's my cargo bay. This is the starter ship. There are other ships that you encounter along the way that are bigger and also have different specs to them, like power and ecosystem and all that stuff. All those things help to get you further along, and you can go and take those ships over, or you can just leave them go if they're worse than the one that you're already using. A lot of them already have technologies in place, like Space Folder they all have, but some of them might have a better telescope, some of them might have a better reactor, and various other things here. You see a drill, that's my drill, and my hydrogen probe. All right, over here is the maintenance area, and this, as you can see, is up here. It takes hydrogen or helium. That is our fuel reserves. Oxygen right here, and then iron here. The iron is to repair hull damage, which we will need to do eventually. In fact, I can just do one right now just to free up that space there. So we got 2 hull repaired, and then the helium I'm going to throw in here. And as you can see, it's refilling my my fuel, and I think helium refuels 2 for every 1, and hydrogen is 1 for 1. So this will get me 17 points, whereas the other one got me double what it was. So I think we're good there. And I've got 1 stack of oxygen here. The thing about oxygen is, if you run across a, let's not sit on this screen here. If you run across a, nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to go back to here, and let's move on, shall we? Let's see, a blue giant. Yeah, sure, let's travel there. As you encounter more Earth-like planets, if you land on them, you'll automatically refuel your oxygen if it's a breathable atmosphere. So that's something to always keep in mind. Day 27. I rush into the system at full speed, and as usual, nothing ever goes the way you want. A comet is right on my way. Is right in my way, probably. We're going to crash. I'm on red alerts, but then I notice something unusual about this comet. It is white, spectral, ethereal? How is that possible? Rev up the engines and change flight direction. or prepare to crash. White, spectral, ethereal. Ethereal. Let's chance it. I've never run into this before, so let's chance it. Let's just rev up the engines and not change. I mean, let's prepare to crash. Because if I rev up the engines, I'm going to take up more fuel probably and do probably some hull damage. Let's just try this. Let's do prepare to crash. I cling to my seat and pray for the comet not to tear me in pieces. We're about to crash in 3, 2, 1, and the comet passes through me. It's a phantom, and it passes freely through my ship and through me. Looks like it is composed of neutrinos or neutralinos. Neutralinos? Okay. Those particles that pass through any matter. I sigh with relief when I see that electromagnetic impact had only rebooted my computers. I hope that no data is lost. We have lost the technology, cryonics. Damn. Data was lost. Okay, so while that didn't damage any of my fuel and or hull, it did in fact damage the electromagnetic storm, damaged my computer, which then means that I lose the ability to create things. I probably should have talked about that a little bit. We have this little button over here, which is technologies. As you can see, these are all the technologies I know, and I used to know that one technology that I've now lost. I can regain that again through the course of the game, if I'm so lucky. But again, it all comes down to luck. And what this is for really is like if my probe were to get damaged completely, this will be removed from the ship, and then I have to go in here and build another one. And this tells you what it needs to build one. Also, if you want to upgrade things or repair things, you would come into here to do that. So I wanted to try to explain some of this stuff. Because I don't know how far into the game I'll get, because it's very, very random chance here. So we got another rocky planet, and we got a gas giant. We might as well visit both of them while we're here. Let's land. See, look at this place. This is awesome. The graphics are been improved dramatically. So we'll drill. And that takes 7 fuel, as you saw there. So we got some iron, we got some silicon, which I think is what I want. I don't need any more iron right now. And we got some of this. So we'll say finish. And then we will take off. Confirm. Alright. And then we want to head on over to this gas giant and try to get some fuel with our probe here. Launched the probe, and all I got was 7 hydrogen. That was it. Wow, that was was not a very rich planet. Let's put it that way. But we'll take what we can get here. Let's put. I guess we'll put that 4 in there, and then we'll need to put this whole 20 in there. All right. So that gets us up to. Okay. Oh, those are 2. I think the other ones are 4. So that gets us up to 62, which is good. All right. And that's about all we can do there, because again, I don't have a solar probe yet, so I can't gather fuel from the sun. We got a red dwarf and a yellow dwarf. Let's go for the yellow dwarf, since that should hopefully have a nice M-class planet on it, maybe. Day 36. Gas clouds, rainbow colored, are closing on my ship. In their haze, I see messages. Malnad Alangu, Inurber Alzungu, Inurber Froxada. Then the words Anacho and Matonde. What do I do? Point to the word on the left, point to the word on the right, wave in peace. So as you go along in the game here, you actually encounter alien languages. And as you encounter aliens, if you do well by them, they'll teach you some of these words. Unfortunately, I've not encountered any yet, so I have no idea what any of these words are yet. So we'll say... So this word is repeated, which leads me to believe... And this one is also repeated. Then the words Anachu and Toad. So do I point to this one or to this one? Well, it's a 50-50 shot, so let's just point to the word on the left. The gas shimmers and begins forming into complex 3D schematics. Suddenly, it twists, and I can see the design perfectly. A new technology. I thank this mysterious entity in my own words as it vanishes into the void. You've discovered a new technology, planetary expander. You've learned a new word, life, as you can see. There you go. That's cool. I don't even know what a planetary expander is. It looks like a new kind of drill. I've never seen it in a game before. So, all new stuff here. Alright, our fuel is not good. Our oxygen's not good either. But we have a garden planet here. Excellent. With a breathable atmosphere. That's what I need. So let's go there right now. And let us land. And we can... Yep. The breathable atmosphere of this planet has allowed me to restore my oxygen supply. Excellent. And then we can encounter life. Look at this planet. This is beautiful. Encounter life. Ooh, they are ugly looking. And he says a bunch of words here. It says the alien places something on the ground and runs away. You have gathered Omega. So Omega is the master particle in this game. It can be used for technologies. It'll give you a technology for free. Or it's sort of like the wild card. It'll give you technology if you have the other resources for it as a wild card. Or it can be used to repair completely any kind of thing that you have. Or it can be used as trade. Sometimes these aliens want it. I've learned a new word, want, and another new word, omega. So want and omega. Excellent. Those guys were all about omega, man. While I'm here, since I've made some friends, I'm going to go drill into their garden planet and see if I can get some resources for myself. Well, we drilled up some oxygen, which is good, and some carbon, but I don't have any. I don't have any space for them. So we're just gonna do. Let's just take that, and that's about all I can do there. So we'll hit finish, and we will try and put some fuel back into my thing here. That's the last of my fuel. So we need fuel. Most assuredly need fuel. So let's take off. This is the problem with landing at every planet, is that you run low on fuel very quickly. What do we got here? We got two gas giants. This one's rich in fuel. And that one's also rich in fuel. Alright, so let's pick this guy then, since he's a little bit closer. And let's do our probe. Rich in fuel, huh? Got 7 hydrogen out of it? Yeah. Yeah, that's certainly rich in fuel, isn't it? Let's go to the other one. See if this one gives me something a little bit better than that. Probe, launch probe. There we go. Oh, my hull is down to 27, so I'm going to need to repair that. We got 20 hydrogen for it. Unfortunately, I don't have any more room. Even though I can really use all the stuff I can get. So I'm going to have to discard that, unfortunately. So we'll just hit finish here. And let's repair our hull. Do that right now. Good, we're back up to 67 there. And I need to use this for fuel. Back up to 59. Let's see. Let's chance another probe and see if I get some more stuff. Yeah, I just got 7, that's all. Well, it's something anyway. Alright, as you can see, it's very, very difficult. If you get really bad luck, you're not going to make it very far in this game. So we got a neutron star and a blue giant within range. And another yellow dwarf. Let's go to the neutron star and see what it has in store for us. Day 45. While flying too close to a star, I was bombarded by cosmic rays. The ionic flow melted some of my equipment. Might also have given me cancer. Excellent. Some equipment needs repairing. Drill. Alright, so we need to repair our drill before we do much else. What is this? This is a garden planet. That's good. Let's go in here. Let's see if we can repair this guy. I just need 1 iron for the repair. That's good. So I didn't have to waste too much there. But the fuel is still a problem. Fuel is still very much a problem. And the music has changed for some reason, which is interesting. Let's go and land on this garden planet and see if the natives are friendly. There we go. And encounter life. Ooh, slug creatures. Excellent. So Ma'anon is Omega, I think. I'm surprised, since I already know that that's Omega. Normally, in the old game, in the old version of the game, it would replace all the ones that you know with the actual English. Although it did here. It put life there. So I thought Ma'anon was Omega. I guess not. I guess it must have been something else then. Do I something Tazwan? So life Alangu, something life with Alangu. Do I bet he's asking me, do I align, am I aligned with the Alangu or am I aligned with the Tazwan? And since that one wasn't associated with life, I'm going to say disapprove, maybe? Let's try that. It wants something from my cargo. It wants iron and hydrogen. Or, well, it's one of these. I need to pick which one it wants. And it's going to give me Omega, I think. So, what would it want? Would it want iron or would it want hydrogen? I'm going to say iron. The alien seems to like my gift. Excellent. And I have gathered Omega. Excellent. And I've learned new words. Good, evil, and iron. Excellent. And I've learned a new technology. Superconductor. Oh, cool. They taught me a new technology. Excellent. And all that for just 1 iron. Excellent. Very good. Very, very good. Sometimes you gotta just think out loud. Unfortunately, I have no fuel. I'm running extremely low. I wonder if I can actually get some by drilling here. No. That's a big no. Yeah, we're really stuck here. I can launch from here. It's going to take 4 fuel. We're getting very, very low. We're going to have to use up the rest of our fuel, which is not giving me much. In fact, it might not even be enough to get to the next sector. Let's see. 18 fuel to get there. 18, 15, 16, 18. All right, let's jump backwards here to the blue giant because it's 15. And hopefully we'll find some gas giants here that are ripe with fuel. Only one way to find out. Day 54. A huge cosmic beast is swimming through this star system. It looks like a sleek shark, and it moves by gathering and ionizing hydrogen molecules before ejecting them through its gills. Smaller versions of the creatures swim at its side. I say smaller, but they're all still much bigger than my ship. Just jettison some fuel? No. Follow its course. Or leave. Follow its course? Like a remora, I fly alongside the beast on a parallel course. It ignores me. My sensors indicate that the ionized hydrogen wash is suitable for my fuel tanks. I take several enormous scoops and refill my tanks. The beasts pass through an asteroid field, and I hide within it until the shark passes by. You have collected some fuel. 100. Sweet! We have refilled our fuel tanks. Like I said, it all comes down to luck sometimes here. Alright, cool. So that gives us that, but we still need some fuel reserves. So let's go to this gas giant. And my hull is doing poorly again, so let's repair as much as we can here. Gonna need the iron again. But we've got that going for us. Alright, and then we shall probe. And excellent. Got some good resources out of that. 19 helium and 19 hydrogen and 12 helium. Alright, shall finish and let us move forward, shall we? Oh, actually, should I try? It says rich in metallic ore. No, you know what? Let's move forward. We'll pretend that the next one has a rich in metallic ore thing. So, red giant, travel. So I do need some iron for my hull. Day 63. A derelict spaceship, floating like the skeleton of a lonely space whale. I put my spacesuit on and went out to have a look at it. I salvaged a few fuel tanks. Collected some fuel, 40, excellent. Now I'm getting all the fuel now. Rocky planet, rich in metallic ore, and a gas giant. Alright, let's go to this rocky planet. And let us see if we can grab some iron here. It's all magma, so I would imagine the iron should be plentiful here. But you never can tell. No, it's mostly silicon, it looks like. But I'll take some of this iron. None of that other... Yeah, we'll fill this up as much as I can. And that's about all I can do there. So let's repair while we can. While we're here. And that'll free up another spot. Okay, we'll take off. And then let us continue on to the next system here. We got a red dwarf and a yellow dwarf. Let's go with the yellow dwarf. Day 72. My path crossed a most curious comet, idling on a large orbit. A tiny ice ball, seemingly waiting for me. It took me a while, but I managed to fill up my tanks with water and oxygen. Excellent. I've collected oxygen, 100. Sweet! Alright, well, that works. And this is another rocky planet. I guess I'm going to have to try for it, even though the landing takes a lot of fuel. Oh. No life, no atmosphere. Columns of bugs, though, crawl on the ground towards a weird, asymmetrical pyramid. I get close. Strange noises permeate from within. The pyramid is made out of components of crashed alien ships. There's an unknown module stuck on the wall. I take it with me. I've learned a new technology, Ansible. Oh, okay. Well, that's something new. I didn't. Normally, these rocky planets don't have encounters, but this one did. I hope they don't mind that I'm going to drill. I got some more iron for my trouble, but that's not enough. All right. Well, hey, you know what? We got some more technologies. Let's take off now. And can I actually build anything? Let's see here. Hydrogen probe. What was the Ansible? Oh, it takes... okay, I don't have enough. It takes some gold and other resources. The supraconductor is a... let's see. The system requires a shield generator to function. It uses the cold of space to convert the ship's structure into superconducting material, preventing all damage via a ceaselessly alternating magnetic field. Basically, this improves the resistance of your ship, but you have to have a shield generator to do it, and I don't have a shield generator yet. Interplanetary reactor, so on and so forth. Ansible, what does that do? Detects if a star system is inhabited by alien space fleets. Very useful if I need to keep a low profile. Excellent. That's actually good for much later in the game when you do actually encounter some hostiles, and there are no there are no weapons on this ship, so you have to make sure that you're keenly aware of what's going on. All right, so we need to refill our fuel, so let's do that while we're here. That will free up another space. And cool. So is that all that was here? Yeah, that's all that's here. All right, and let's go to this white dwarf along the way. Day 81. Butterflies flit from flower to flower, gather pollen, and enable the reproduction of plants. Sometimes when I learn a new technology from one planet and show it to the inhabitants of another, I think of myself as a butterfly, spreading life unknowingly. Alright. Not much here. We got a rocky planet, which I should try for getting some iron, because, you know, the hull and all that stuff. Let's do it. Oh, nothing. There's nothing here, which is a good thing. But of course, as soon as I thought nothing, that something happened. Let's say some crystal thingies grew around the ship. Then I lost consciousness. I remember being asked many things, and I know I have something else in my head now. I have to take notes. Right now I think it's a new technology. Excellent. We've learned a new technology, thermal resonance generator. Oh, sweet. Which, if I'm not mistaken, that is, oh yeah, I don't have the W resource for that, but this is for resistance, right? Oh yeah, that also requires the shield generator. Okay, cool. Back to what I was doing. Let's drill for some stuff. And HF, I don't even know what that is. Periodic table, I have no idea. But that's probably the first time I've seen that. That must be new for the Omega edition, I guess. We shall finish and take off, I guess. Yeah, using up so much fuel doing that, but trying to make sure I have enough resources here to continue on. We'll go to the yellow dwarf. Day 90. A weird crystal ship just appeared out of nowhere. It blinks, emits strange noises, and even tries to probe my mind. Finally, it sends me a sort of mental request. I see 2 spheres linked together, and each sphere has 8 small satellites. What does it want? 2 spheres linked together. Each sphere has 8 small satellites. That would be... would that be oxygen or would that be helium? Trying to think of what the molecular structure of these things are. It's not oxygen, right? Because oxygen, no, it couldn't be oxygen because that's not a compound. That's just a regular molecule. So we'll say give fuel. I jettison some fuel into space, hoping I've understood the request. It blinks, takes my gift, and disappears. What? Not even a thank you? Aliens. I lost 20 fuel though, which means I'm down to 0 fuel. I'm not sure how I lost 20 fuel when I didn't have that much to give, but I do have some fuel to put back in there, which is good. It looks like, though, we have a signal here. Alright, so let's go here. Yes, this little icon here means there's a signal, which means probably an abandoned ship. So let's go there. And here's the specs on it. As you can see, this is an upgrade probably from what I've got, because the power goes up, the ecosystem's much more rich, and the resistance is a lot better than what I have on my ship. Let's show the cargo here. Oh yeah, it's got a lot more cargo room. What the hell is this? This part of the ship is damaged. I have to repair it if I want to install new equipment or set up warehouse. Here. Oh, that's something new too. Usually you didn't have to repair stuff on these ships, but now you do. That's kind of cool actually. I've got the resources to do it. So what I usually do now is I just transfer over all my stuff to this new ship. And then I tend to dismantle all the other parts on this ship since I'm not going to come back to it. So if I go on here and I say dismantle, I get some resources for it, which I can use to build other things as needed. Dismantle that. And dismantle. Confirm. Blah, blah, blah. That one and that one. Excellent. So that gives me some more iron to work with and some silicon. More silicon. Alright. And... oh, they have a transfer all button now. I didn't even notice it. They didn't have that before, so okay. Well, done. So let's take over that ship. Yes, board that ship, please. Excellent. Alright, show cargo. So here's where we are. If I go here and I say repair, and here and I say repair. Okay, it just gave me the empty slots back. Okay, cool. Cool. Very cool. So we're done there. And now we can have a look around here. This is a garden planet, looks like. Yep. So let's go pay a visit to some aliens here, maybe. Land and confirm. Alright. And let's encounter some life. Oh, the slug guys again. Ma'anan must be... no, the race is Game Hexy or whatever. Ma'anan Aramit Game Hexy. Okay, that's... he's telling me who he is. Alangu Erebrer. Inbrer something Lucris. What? Let's approve? The alien doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Alright, so that was not a thing to be approval of. I've learned a new word, star. Okay, well I got a new word out of it anyway. What's that music? All this, man, everything is so much. It's a world's better right now. I love it. All right, but I think we're going to end it there so I don't spoil anything for anyone. I mean, this is I'm about a quarter of the way through. I'm probably on the precipice of dying anyway. That's generally how it goes. But that has been Out There Omega Edition. You can pick it up on Steam and I believe also on Humble, maybe? Possibly. The Humble widget and Humble bundle and all that stuff. It's by MacLeod Studio. It's a nice little game if you want to play it. I'm running the PC version right now, but there's also a version of it for mobile devices. And, if you like what you've seen here, you should probably go take a look at it, especially with, the sales and whatnot going on now. So, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.